Shoba has a calming and reflective melody of a Halifax-bred, Toronto-based singer-songwriter. Her sound palette is quite diverse since the release of her first album, Work in Progress, back in 2008.
I can kind of do anything, which I'm not saying that in a cocky kind of way, but it's like I can do the rock thing. I've done it, I can do the singer-songwriter thing. I like a little country too.
Bringing the cultural mosaic full circle, Shoba discussed her new ventures with her new band upon the debut of their third single, Tio State of Mind.
There's a Russian, a Chinese, and an Indian person, you know what I mean? And it's kind of hip-hop and soul, which is, it's kind of crazy, right? Because typically a soul band wouldn't look like this.
Yeah, I'm up in T-Dot, used to chill in Thornhill, Big Bang booth, and I'm repping North York still.
I came in here to the Big Bang booth, this recording studio, through a client of the recording studio, and I met two of the other members of Triple or Nothing, and it just kind of clicked.
I'm from the T.O., I'm from the T.O., everybody give it up for Toronto. The way she moves so sexy, it's nice to meet ya, sexy.
I thank my parents for actually taking us around the world and allowing us to kind of do our own thing, and they've been very supportive. And I think growing up in different parts of the world have diversified my music in a lot of ways.
That's right.
The rising talent took the unconventional route to stardom, which included a limited amount of time listening to Bollywood music.
Actually, growing up in India, for some reason, with me and my siblings, we kind of started listening to a lot of dance and electro. And after moving to Canada, I kind of got rooted into that a little bit more. So it wasn't really the conventional hip-hop and R&B. Being a dancer myself, really, my senses came alive every time I listened to house music. It kind of brought different elements to me. And so I figured what better way to bring music together by singing to house music. If you see artists like Usher and Rihanna and Drake, and everyone's kind of bringing the dance element into their songs. And I think it's very positive. I think dance music does bring a happy side to people and, brings that side of dance and liveliness.
Rumor has it that I've been humming on key before I could even say mama. I don't know if it's true, but my niece is 18 months old now, and when she was 5 months old, I heard her do it, so it just really tripped me out, so now I believe it. So I think she's gonna be my next protege.
For 18 months, Christina Maria scoured the globe working and co-writing many of her tracks on her upcoming album, Tell the World.
It's basically a day in the life of Christina Maria. Since I did co-write 11 songs out of 15, the songs that I didn't write, basically I connected with. And so it's basically things that I felt at that time in my life. And it's basically a journey. It has its European feel, Canadian feel, and American feel.
Maybe my heart won't make a dance. Maybe my heart won't see it through.
She was born and raised in San Francisco, California. As a child growing up, her father had old CDs in his music cabinet he would expose Tara to. Names like Ella Fitzgerald, Miles Davis, and Winston Marsalis played through the walls of their home.
Definitely was exposed to it from childhood, but then also when I was training as an opera singer, my opera coach really loved jazz. And she would have me sing torch songs as kind of like a little break, like a fun break from opera. So she really also hammered in my love for performing jazz.
Her life experiences from heartache to happiness have added to the dramatics of her lyrics coming off the page and into the minds of audiences who adore her sound.
Someone had told me, I think, they had said something like becoming an artist, like a real performer, singer, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. You need a 5-year plan right from the get-go. You need to know what you're doing. And that's so intimidating for someone to tell you that, especially when the current situation that you're in is really hard. So I was thinking, am I gonna make it through this? Maybe I'm not meant to run a marathon. Maybe I can just do a 30-second sprint. And then I was like, no, I'm totally gonna do this. I can do it, this is my passion, and there's no other option but to do it. I'm gonna be rolling my heart up every mountain that comes along the way.